It's very nice to see you. Familiar faces, new faces. I'm very happy to meet all of you. My name is Erdogan. No relationship with the other Erdogan.
Stop lying.
He's my uncle, okay. I have to admit. So, when my wife had the talk here a couple of weeks ago, she must say so many bad things, and people say, this guy must be so bad, let us meet him and judge ourselves, okay? That's why I'm here. I am here for 18 months, right? 1.5 years in Uzbekistan. Before that, we were we were living in Morocco, and 9 years in Saudi Arabia, 4 years in Malaysia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Cyprus. So I'm like a gypsy, okay? So the topic that I would love to talk, my wife already did a great job. So they left me with a topic of 2. I'm going to ask with the raise of your hands. Please tell me which topic might be more interested to you. Okay? So I am, as an educator, can adjust myself that fits your needs. Okay? The first one is consumer culture. Because I had my master and PhD on consumer behavior, I know it's a little bit boring, but we can see I can talk about some trends, some customer rights, and usually complaining behavior. Is it good? Is it bad? That's one part. The other topic can be education, which is, what I do for a living. I can talk about, the importance of international certification, what is coming, either via team, and I don't want this to be team marketing video, but I can talk about additional certification that may add value for expat life. So whichever feels close to your heart. So can I see your hands if you are interested more on consumer and marketing topic? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is it a finger or a hand? Yeah, he was like this. All right. May I assume the rest would like to hear education? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's say 11. Okay, let's do this. How about very briefly both of them, okay?
Say one quick thing.
Yes.
I saw him speak on Friday at the hotel conference at the Hyatt. So everything he's going to say about education, I already heard. So when that starts, let me know. I'll walk and take a walk.
Sure. Now, let's start with consumer behavior. We are all consuming from the moment that we open our eyes to, last time we are checking the Instagrams or Facebook before we fall asleep. We are on marketing. Everything we use, everything we wear, everything we, drive is part of marketing. So being a consumer is really important, because if you do a good job, that people like you and you can get away with anything. But there are some people that abuse this power because say that, I pay so I can do anything. So while I was a young master's student, I was thinking like, what is that I can do research? And I did complaint behavior. So with the raise of your hand, can I ask you to raise your hand if you recently had a service failure? That means a problem in a restaurant, in a store, or anything you purchase. If you had a problem, can I see your hands? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Not good for you. I am sorry. Okay, all right. We will count you 2. All right. So, again, if I may ask you a follow-up question, what have you done? Have you officially complained to the company, to the manager? Can I see your hands? Who officially took time and complained? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half, less than half, okay? The reason is this: complaining is difficult, okay? For several reasons. Companies don't make complaining easy, all right? You have to fill this form, you have to call someone, you have to wait, and while doing this, everybody looks here, why this guy is so cheap, why is complaining, all right? And people think that complaining will make them look bad, okay? But I really applaud to those people who raise their voice. This is very important. You are paying your money. You are, deserving. You deserve a good service. If anything goes less, if the definition of service failure is if the company couldn't deliver what they promised. This is the boring definition, but that goes for everything. We have right. And for exercising your right, it is good. Because when I ask this question in China or in Turkey or somewhere else, not many hands go up. Because not they are stupid, but they're shy or they don't want to complain because it is really, sometimes it is costly. Time, embarrassment, and sometimes it costs money as well. You have to fill forms and stuff. So companies, if you have a company, if you are running a company, make the complaining easy because it's an opportunity. If this gentleman doesn't complain to me, he's going to complain to his friends, his family, his colleagues. And believe me, the social connection makes whatever he says more reliable than, that's my son, okay, than any marketing campaign that you can run. Because we have the tendency of trusting our family members, our close friends, more than we trust internet. So if I don't recover, that's the terminology for fixing the problem, I can lose a lot of money. A well-cited paper 20 years ago, they say that 96% of the unhappy customers don't voice their complaints. Imagine 96% of the unhappy customers, not because they are stupid or they don't have the means to complain, but they just vote with their feet. They walk away. And when they walk away, that your company loses not only the current business or tomorrow's business, but the future business as well. And this is way before social media. I'm talking 20 years ago. Now, all of us have social media presence. If, I'm not saying anything wrong in this cafe, but if something goes wrong, and you take a picture and put it on media, imagine the effect that you can have on the company. So it is way more crucial for companies not to make everybody happy. It is impossible. Believe me. I mean, what makes her happy from her experience in Canada, in Europe, will not make him happy, or vice versa. So the company should try to understand and communicate with the customers. Now, I'm walking to this side. If you're a customer, you have to raise your voice. Because you are not going to only do this favor to yourself, but to company as well. If there's something wrong with your fellow field, tell them, so the next customer will not suffer. It is important. I know it may sound like a big move at the beginning, but you have to do this, otherwise they don't learn. And if a manager listens to you and change something, that will be beneficial for them and for the next customer as well. Sadly, countries like Turkey, Uzbekistan, where the service culture is growing and developing, maturing, as opposed to more Western counterparts, we have to do this. It is our kind of job to do this, not because we are being foreigners. Oh, look at these foreigners, they are being difficult. But this is something that our kind of responsibility to help the Uzbek service industry. This is my humble opinion. Now, moving from there, how, as Team University, we are planning to support. We are working on a certification program with American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute. It's a mouthful, but AHLE. And these guys, we will be their representative franchisor here. And we have lots of certification program from the customer interaction to all the way to service excellence. So this can be for you. you can, and they're like very affordable, like $80 or something like this. You just take the course, you listen to professionals, and then you take the exam and you get an international certification. And these are good because while we are here, sometimes our partners are working and it's our job to, stay behind and, keep the castle safe. But while doing this, we have to invest in ourselves. Otherwise, if you are planning to apply for a PhD or a master's or something else, everything that you do counts. It is, I've been doing administration for the last 15 years, and when we have a CV, and I hope some of you send your CV to Team University as potential trainers or part-time lecturers, because we need international experience. We have to expose our students to international point of view. So anything, you can be an engineer. I say, oh, this engineer has nothing to do with me. Come and teach us strategic management. If you are a psychologist, come and teach us consumer psychology. All right? I'm just giving this. If you are an English teacher, come. We have English speaking clubs. Help with our students. Because these young people, after going through the admission process, we interview them and make sure that we are the right university for them, and vice versa. They are really hungry. They really want to learn. Unlike other universities, again, I don't want to sound like I'm being mean to other universities. We are being selected. We are a small university. We are not the biggest or the oldest university in Uzbekistan, but we are a very niche service industry with entrepreneurship idea. If you're an entrepreneur here, please come and share experience. That will add a lot to our students and our faculty members, because every one of us has different experience. You live in different countries, you face different problems, and everything you learn is a valuable asset, because this is how the next generation can learn. They don't have to experience, they don't have to fail and reinvent the wheel again and again. We can learn from your experience. And as an education institute, I think this is one of our responsibility. And as an expat in a beautiful country like this, I think it is a way of social responsibility or paying back a little bit, whether it is helping a restaurant, giving some feedback, or coming to a university and sharing your experience. All right? That's it from my side. Unless you have some questions, I will be happy to hear. Maybe something that you were hoping I will say and I didn't. Any questions, any feedback, any volunteers?
Yes. So it's about complaint. So you said that complaint is a very good start.
True.
But there is another reaction. Instead of complaining, you can just leave the place, you can memorize it, and understand that this is my place to solve. I'll never come here again. This is also a reaction, and it could be like very influential and strong one, since in the end, the outlet will lose all the customers.
I agree. In the literature, it is called exit behavior. Literally and metaphorically, you are exiting and not coming back. That may be good for you, but really bad for the company. If you are a conscious consumer, you can do that. But who will learn from you if you don't share your experience? I agree. That's your right. But in small societies, I felt like sometimes it is difficult, because how many eco cafes in Tashkent? Imagine if you had a problem here and say, okay, F these guys, I'm leaving. Where else? Another one, maybe. But this is how we can make the industry better. It's easy to walk out, like in all relationships, okay? Imagine how many times I, upset my wife. She had all the chance to walk out, but as a smart lady, she stick with me and she, discuss with me and give me a chance to fix it. The same way, like you have to give a chance. If you see, and this is called double deviation. Imagine if something wrong with your falafel, you say, okay, can you fix this? This is wrong. And they mess it up again. This is called double deviation. That means not only they failed in the original service, they fail in recovery. that means they are, lost all the good will that you had. So this is really bad. So if you have a company, you have to hear the problems and you have to fix them bloody good. Otherwise, that is what's going to happen. If there is a chance that they may come back, will all go away if you mess the recovery. All right. Thank you. Thank you.